Hola, I'm in Sintra on today's episode of Travelling Fabulously. Just hanging out at my local palace. Rapunzel, let down me up here.
You know what I say, whatever you do it fabulously. So why don't you come and join me on this week's episode of Travelling Fabulously.
Hola, I'm in Sintra. That's right, Sintra. And we're having a day trip to Sintra, just out of Lisbon. What can you do in one day out of Lisbon? Come to Sintra.
Sintra is one of the most prettiest towns in Portugal, if not Europe, and it's a perfect place to go for a day trip from Lisbon. This UNESCO site is filled with exquisite palaces, extravagant mansions and decorative gardens. It's the reason why most people go there and was definitely what sold me on going. To get there, you jump on a train from Lisbon and within 40 minutes you are in the town of Sintra. The newish town that is, not the old town. From here, you'll be greeted by tour guides wanting to talk you into them taking you around. And I jumped on the first of a few lines that day to get a pass to jump on the hop on again, off again bus. Normally I don't recommend taking a hop on again, hop off again bus because I really can't say hop on again, hop on again, off again, on again properly. But anyway, let's not get into that. You use this bus to get around the steep hilly town and visit the many gardens and palaces throughout Sintra. For €15, it's great value. In one day, I got a chance to visit 2 palaces and their gardens, and of course, have a good lunch in town. So I'd even recommend maybe staying in Sintra overnight so that you can get to see more. After going on a rather hairy bus ride, my first stop was the wonderful Pena Palace, where you walk up the hill to one of the most beautiful old buildings I've seen.
Hola, I'm here at the Palais De Panetti. The Palais De Panetti, it's where they get the pasta from. Alright, no, but we're in Lisbon, not Italy, so it's not where they get the pasta from. But anyway, let's go check it out.
Origins of this site go back to the Middle Ages, but the Pena Palace, as we know it today, is situated on top of the Sintra Mountains. This 19th century national monument of Portugal is one of the 7 wonders of Portugal. Oh, if I live to see the 7 wonders. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm not Stevie Nicks. Anyways, the Pena Palace is used on occasion by the Portuguese president even, and other government officials. But of course,
there are a lot of people here.
back on the bus, and after a brief stroll around the old town and some lunch, I went to Quinta da Regaleira. I think that's how you say it. This palace is surrounded by parks and gardens, where I got to enjoy some very interesting vistas and of course do a couple of Instagram photos. Quinta da Regatta is a wonderful garden complex that surrounds a fabulous palace and its lakes, vistas and wells, amongst other garden features that bring people back time after time. The palace is also known as the Palace of Monteiro the Millionaire, which is based on the nickname of its best known former owner, Antonio Augusto Cavallo something or other Monteiro. Yep, you're going to have to Google that one and look it up on Wikipedia, because really, I don't know how to say his name. Monteiro was eager to build a bewildering palace where he could collect symbols that reflect his interests and ideologies. He added enigmatic buildings and allegedly held symbols related to alchemy, masonry, and the Knights Templar. Ooh, Knights Templar. Probably one of the most famous places to go, and if no one around, one of the best Instagram shots, is the Initiation Well. The Initiation Well is something right out of Game of Thrones or a scary movie. Walking down into the well, you come across tunnels that lead off in different directions, but you start at the top and work your way down the stairs to the bottom, where all these tunnels are. It's an amazing feature, and it reminds me of Picnic at Hanging Rock, and the kind of place where you want to have your children on a leash, or even your husband for that matter, so you won't lose them. Not that I advocate putting your children on a leash.
Walk in the tunnel and I don't know where to go. I'm scared. It's dark. Oh. Oi, it's really claustrophobic in here. Oh, and wet. Maybe you might not want to come this way.
The wells were never used for retrieving water. Instead, as the name suggests, they were used for, well, initiation purposes. So, probably best to really keep an eye on those children.
Yeah, no, I'm not going over those stones. Those stones are an occupational health and safety hazard. When the sign says danger, you don't go. And there's the tour guide right past me as I said that. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Travelling Fabulously, a day tour in Sintra. I'm going to get lost in the tunnels now. If I don't release a video next week, you know I'm still here. Subscribe to Fabulousness because, you know, I might get really popular if I could be lost in a Sintra well. Yep, that might make me really popular. So like the video, share it around with your friends. I love to be shared around, and somebody please send help. Which way to go? Which way to go? There's too many ways. As you can see, I made it out safe and well. Ah, isn't that grand? Don't forget, share me around, like the video, and above all, whatever you do, do it fabulously.